transport management procedure. Tourism management companies. Companies providing travel services in the tourism industry include coach operators, bus companies, train operations, vehicle rental businesses, cruise and ferry operators, taxi companies, airlines, airports. These companies and the modes of transport they provide are continually developing. They change how people can go from one place to another. New routes might become available. Travel might be faster, cheaper, more convenient, more efficient, or more luxurious. Different forms of land transport. Tourists can travel in many different ways, by land, water, or air. Land transportation is the most common form of travel. Land transport includes private automobiles. Greatest convenience. Owners can travel door to door with more luggage, using the times and routes they want. This mode of travel is often at the beginning of longer journeys, for example to a station or airport. Most frequently used for domestic travel and day trips. UK tourists often use private cars in conjunction with caravans. Motorhomes are also popular. Buses and coaches. Travellers have many choices for coaches in the UK, with leading companies like National Express and Megabus connecting towns and cities. These services are usually slower, but cheaper than trains. In the tourism industry, whole coaches can be rented by tour operators for excursions, or they are part of package tours. Buses are generally used for shorter, private trips. Taxis. More convenient than public transport. More expensive. Mainly for shorter trips. Rental cars. These are vehicles that tourists hire for private use, often from a stall at an airport or station. Greater independence at the expense of having to drive in unfamiliar surroundings. Notable companies include Avis and Hertz. Trains operate according to strict schedules, generally for travel between cities. Prices are very variable, according to time of booking and journey. Often well linked in city metro services, like the London Underground. Can be used for domestic and international travel, for example Eurostar. Sea transport. There are two main types of sea transport. Ferries. Ferries are used to cross bodies of water, usually seas but also lakes and rivers. Ferries are often able to transport passenger and vehicle traffic. In the UK, these are most commonly used to cross the English Channel to Europe and to go to Ireland. Cruises. Cruises are ships with many on-board amenities, where the whole holiday revolves around sea travel and visiting destinations. Cruises are like package holidays in that many things are included, but cruises are increasingly in popularity against package holidays. Air travel. Air travel is the most common form of travel for UK tourists wishing to travel abroad. This involves two primary commercial bodies. Airports make a profit by charging businesses to use their lots and airlines for using their runways or hangars, landing charges. Airlines make money by passenger traffic through ticket sales, as well as amenity sales on board flights, and sometimes parcel transport. All airlines run scheduled services, which are usually booked through online providers, rather than travel agents. Budget airlines. A recent trend in the global air travel market is the distinction between full-service airlines. These airlines provide a high-quality and wide range of service and often include national airlines and flagships. Examples include British Airways and Air France. Budget airlines. These airlines provide fewer services but lower prices. Tend to be short-haul flights. These services tend to be restrictive with luggage allowance and can create hidden charges. Examples include Ryanair and EasyJet. Advantages and disadvantages of different types of transport. Every mode of transport has positives and negatives which tourists weigh up when deciding to travel. These deciding factors are: cost. Better travel costs more. Costs increase with short notice, peak times, faster travel. Convenience. Non-private forms of travel rely on fixed schedules of times and routes. Comfort. Different types and classes of travel offer different levels of comfort and wait times. Availability and frequency. Unpopular destinations will have fewer options. Accessibility. Individuals with special requirements may find certain forms of transport easier to use. Suitable routes. Transport will often require passengers to travel via particular places and catch connecting journeys. Issues in transport management. In the tourism transport business, managers must consider the following regulations to be permitted to provide travel services. Vehicle only permitted for use only in specific routes or areas or times, unless contractual modifications are made. Vehicle must pass safety regulations annually. Company and driver must understand and follow driving and traffic laws. Company and driver must have correct taxes and permits for the mode of transport. Transportation and environment. The way the tourism industry impacts the environment is a growing concern for travelers, particularly from highly developed Western nations. Before booking travel arrangements, tourists may take the following actions around transports. Make inquiries as to how the company reduces its carbon footprint. Select travel options with a lower environmental footprint, for example cycling. Travel outside of seasonal peaks. Essentially, the modern transport provider that wishes to be successful has to meet the expectations of environmentalists and tourists alike, as their perspectives are increasingly connected. Customer safety. Transportation issues are responsible for many consumer complaints in the tourism industry. It is a global trend that consumers will seek to blame businesses when something goes awry, using legal actions to address their grievances and gain compensation. The UK Package Travel Regulations in 1992 makes tour operators accountable for any damages. With this in mind, tour operators need to meet the exact standards which they promised. Using contracts and legal consultants will help to protect your company and your clients, as well. Contracts must include your obligations, what you can and cannot be held accountable for.